save the documentation. If I save the record with all the documentation completed, the system calculates their eligibility. They are eligible and changes their priority eligible. So that's how you know the application is complete. It switches over to eligible. Otherwise, it would stay incomplete. So it's done all of the calculations based on their income, their family size, disability, all the other things, and determined that they're eligible for the program. And put that in. Now, what I said before is I actually kind of got a little bit ahead of myself because I said the income verification was complete. What you would normally do is if you did need income verification, before you click that as complete, you could come over here to the employment record, and let's say you needed to verify Jane's income. You know, you could say for Jane, put in an employer name here. Put in an employer name, put in a street address. You have to put in the state because they could be out of state, so it doesn't know which state you're in. They could be in a city that has nothing to do with you, so you still have to put this city in, zip code. You have to put a contact name in, telephone number. And, you know, their basic first name, last name gets put in for you. You put in a job title. The employee date and that they're currently active. And, you know, they put in their estimated salary of $100 a week or something like that. Or what your estimated salary was. And you can save this so you can reference it later. But the important thing is you can just click employee letter. And it will actually generate the request letter that you can give to the lock my pop-up. Yeah, we've got to turn our pop-up blocker off. So I'm going through a little internet process here of turning my pop-up blocker off, which I can't remember where it's from.
Right hand side of the
Yeah, I actually can't. Yeah. There we go. Thank you. So it fills out a verification letter that the person can then deliver, get filled out. Okay? So again, should make life a little bit easier. And if we go back now to the client info record, and click on their priority button here, can actually generate what their priority is. Okay? So they've got a generated ranking here of a number 7 based on their family size and income and energy usage. So this priority is based on a priority calculation, again, that was determined by the DOE and the state. it tends to put a higher priority nowadays on energy usage because that was dictated by the Department of Energy. They wanted the high energy usage, so that's why, for example, the income level has gone from 150% to 200% of poverty. And it's in the ranking now puts a heavier weight on high energy use and energy burden than just on poverty level. So you'll see these numbers will be a little bit higher than they used to be for higher income people because of the more emphasis on energy usage and energy burden.
On the energy uses on our ECJLS, we have either high energy user or high energy burden.
Right.
Does that mean we're just doing burden?
No, it's both. They can be high use
Okay.
or high burden. This one actually, by the time I put their money in and what they were actually using, didn't come up high burden.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know.
What's the question?
What kind of verification could you require on unemployment?
You usually get a claim letter that says you're eligible, you've been determined eligible, this is what you're gonna be getting for a period of time. That's the standard letter.
Award letter?
Yeah, the unemployment award letter, that's what it is.
Johnny, they wanted to know whether you want them to put the social security number in for the head of household all the time.
They're not currently reporting it, I would say no.
No. So we're not requiring social security number for anybody. That was a question that came up earlier. That I said it's really a program question rather than a software question.
I have one more question on the high burden energy. I thought we were told that if they qualified, that they were high energy users anyway.
They are.
Well, but that doesn't come up and you can't check it. Like if this guy is qualified, it doesn't show high energy.
Have we done
I
the,
can't check it.
have we got to the screening yet, John? Tim, where we
Yeah.
got the income and all that?
Yeah, we did, but
We also have to add some data, it's not all in.
Because it won't let us check it by itself.
they're not.
It's gonna be-
No.
It'll do it by itself. That this is the training system, and some of the algorithms aren't set the way we want them yet. So they actually came in as high burden initially, and then I changed something that turned off.
I did.
Yes.
On high energy burden and users, we talked about coming up with a priority and income level, or the percentage of determinants.
Yeah, it's worked into the system, and we came
So-
up with a ranking.
Debbie, you wanna repeat the question because I'm not sure if I heard it.
Mary Ellen just asked whether or not we came up with some kind of formula that would determine who was high energy burden and who was high energy user. We've done is we've built the high energy user and a high energy burden into the ranking system, the priority ranking system. So there are several elements that go into that system. You won't see it. I think Tim will probably just show you what those elements are. But we've considered your income. There's a formula that we use, and to determine where you rank based on what portion of your income or how low your income is and what portion you're using towards your energy. And of course, then how long you've been on a waiting list. That factors in how many people are in the household, whether or not you are a member of the priority that DOE has outlined, whether or not you're elderly or elderly handicapped or you have children in the home. And there are ranks. There's a ranking that goes with it. And the higher the ranking, of course, then that will put you into the burden based on what number you receive. It's important that you get their income information and also their energy bills, so you can actually enter that information and then the system automatically calculates it.
That's great.
I don't know if you want to bring up that those elements and kind of give them an idea. And we'll send that out to you guys so you'll see what's behind the scenes in that calculation. But that we just kind of, it's all in there. So you don't have to go through the trouble of figuring
would it take